everybody. Welcome to Laughter Talks. We've actually arrived here, and we have another great show to do today. I'm Marguerite Fair, and I have this beautiful woman next to me. And let me introduce this lovely lady to you because she's our guest today. And I can tell she's shy, so let's be really good about that. Now, my guest today is Lynne Jassem, a performer, writer, tap dancer, and funny lady, and a vibrant and empowered woman. And that's what these shows are all about. Now, she says that she has spent as much time on stage as she has as a pedestrian, and she just can't stop. I really like that. I saw that on
It's a
your
good
website.
line.
That's great. Now, her project, Billy from Como to Homo, juggling a stage mom, gender confusion, and tap, written and performed by Lynne, directed by Jessica Lynn Johnson and Jolene Adams. So this is a powerhouse of women, and God,
Mhm.
nothing pleases me more. Now, Lynne Jassem tells the story of her 10-year-old self as she juggles her career on the Perry Como TV show, and I used to watch that, with the strict demands of her stage mother, who is an ex Rockette, gender confusion, and a bumpy ride to the worlds of mortality and tap dancing.
Okay.
Okay, now your story has me completely captivated. I used to watch the Perry Como show. I was a fan, and I love that. Now, this, I want you to tell me about it. I want to hear things from your perspective, how she came to do this, what it's about. Share with us.
Okay, let's see. I was, I guess, 10 years old, and I just wanted to stay home and play with the boys. I was good at
Ooh.
baseball and running and all that stuff. And my mother, she couldn't bear to see her career go downhill. So she brought me to this dance studio, and the next thing I knew, I was very competitive, and I had to be the best. So they sent me to audition for Perry Como because he had a little group on every week called the Comoettes.
Wow.
And there were
Okay.
six little girls in sequins and top hats, and we would sing and dance and get a lot of money.
Wow. And how long did you do that? How many years were you on the show?
Oh, it wasn't years, it was maybe half a year.
Well, that's pretty good.
It was good.
I mean, was it helpful? Was your mother a good stage mom, or did she make you neurotic?
I don't think there is a good stage, Mom. I think that's an oxymoron.
Oh, okay.
Because they're all nuts. They
Yeah.
excuse me. I did a little bit of my show for the stage mothers of American stars, and they're a wonderful group of people. They're all in their 90s,
Yeah.
and Marilyn.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, Marilyn Mathers, who was Jerry Mathers' mother, the Beaver,
Oh,
she got up and said, "We weren't all bad stage mothers," and I'm sure she wasn't. She's such a doll. I love this woman.
oh, how
She's
wonderful.
94 and she's still clear as a bell.
Wow, that is amazing. What a wonderful history and what memories. Now I noticed when I was reading, there was a part where you said that you really liked Gene Kelly. Now, tell me, I loved Gene Kelly.
Oh,
Tell me a little about, tell us about Gene
oh,
Kelly.
I never met Gene Kelly. I mean, I met his brother Fred, who was
Oh,
not at all like Gene Kelly, but and he's probably still teaching in New Jersey. But
wow.
I just from the time my mother would take me to Radio City Music Hall every week, and it was all those shows from the 50s.
Wow.
And so I saw every show that Gene Kelly was in, and
Oh, how lucky you were.
I adored him, adored him.
Oh, that makes, I have to be honest, that makes me a little jealous. I'm sorry because, but how could you be a dancer and not idolize Gene Kelly?
Oh,
And when I
he
lived in, yeah,
Yeah, he was fantastic in so many ways. He was athletic, he was balletic, he could do ball, he could do anything.
wow, that's
And he was
wonderful.
good looking.
Yeah, very. I used to have a neighbor when I lived in Edison, New Jersey, looked just like him.
Oh, really?
So that was my touch with. I used to look at think about Gene Kelly. Now that brings me to the show you do, because I know that you do the show at the White Fire Theater. Now, is this the one in North Hollywood?
It's in Sherman Oaks,
The one in Sherman Oaks. Okay.
and
So
it's a
tell us,
beautiful theater.
yeah, because you do that's done streaming, correct?
Well, no, not anymore. Not anymore. And I'm premiering a new show February 5th, which is a Saturday, and that's called Being Richard Green. Ooh.
Oh, well, we'll have to put that up here so people will know. And if
Yeah.
they if they're interested in your shows, how would they contact you? Let's say that before we forget.
Well, I have a website for From Como to Homo, and I have another show, Tap Dancing My Way to the Nut House. But it's probably best if they just, let's see, if they email me at ljassem at AOL, because I haven't put up my new website for
Okay,
being
so
Richard
that's L
Green.
Jasm at AOL.
Jassem, Jassem,
Okay,
as
at
in
AOL,
Mary. Huh?
at AOL.com.
At AOL. I know that shows my age, but what can I say?
Yeah,
I'm
because
old.
yeah, well, we are just divine goddesses. That's the way I look at it. I have taken old out of the equation because I'm better now than I was when I was younger. So I'm
Yeah.
with that one.
Well, as a dancer, you have to keep changing
Yeah,
what
yeah,
you do.
yeah. You have to
So
evolve.
now I'm 75, and I tap dance through my shows, like to segue into the next scene. But now I'm going to do a combination of tap dance and jazz, baby.
Thank
Jazz.
you. Thank you so much for sharing your age. I like to do that because I'm 73. I like to share the
Yeah.
ages because I also read this about you about you were given reviews about your performance, and I
Yes.
love this one because it says for a woman of her age, she can do a 21-year-old from the Theater Development Fund. And
Yes.
you got a lot of fun. And they call you a bundle of energy, the Village Voice, and a dancer of excellence, Dance Magazine. And
Yeah.
the fact that you're 75 shows that we do reverse the aging process when we stay in
Absolutely.
movement. So
Pardon
good
me?
for you. When we stay in movement,
Yes, you have to keep it up.
you're amazing. I mean,
Thank you.
I just love to speak to women such as yourself who are empowered. I call you
Well,
a rock star.
Brenda Buffalino, I was one of the five founders of the American Tap Dance Orchestra, and
Wow.
Brenda Buffalino is about 83.
God bless
And
her.
that woman's still touring around tap dancing and singing. And
And that's why. That's why when
yes,
they talk about movement. Now, I want to go back to the theater because you did stream it. It was streamed, but you said they don't stream it anymore. So are you doing it live now in the theater? Is that what you're saying? People can.
well, the February 5th show will be streamed as well as live. So I
Good.
can reach to, a bigger audience.
Yes.
And streaming you can do internationally and all of
That's
that.
yeah, that's a good because I think you might know her, but Sarah Hunter, she had done a show there for
About the dogs. Woof, woof.
yeah, but
Oh,
yes, she did that.
yes,
Yeah, I was
yes,
watching that. That's how I first saw the platform.
yeah. No, now they're opening the theaters. They're opening Broadway. It's so wonderful,
Yeah, yeah.
and they say that you can have streaming and live. So I said, give me streaming and live,
Yeah,
please.
that's the better choice because
Oh
you
yeah,
really do. You get to really tap into a lot of audiences. So
but
are you?
streaming, if you just do streaming, I've done that,
Yeah,
and it's hard. If I'm just from here up,
yeah.
streaming is great.
Uh-huh.
But when you dance, it's you have
Oh,
very small boundaries. And
oh. So that makes
gotta dance, gotta yeah.
wow. I'm so glad you're coming out of your shyness.
Oh, I'm trying.
I knew when you were from the East Coast, you were not shy. Well,
Yes,
this energy, you have very, very high energy.
I
And
do.
what I'd like to ask you before we go, this is a very important part of what I like to do here. what advice, doing a one woman show, first of all, I'd like to say I commend you because I think that takes a lot of courage. It's something I've thought about, but I'm too much of a chicken to do. So, what would you say to people who haven't done it yet and they're really a little afraid about it? What would you suggest to the first steps to getting a one person show together? And what do they need to make that happen?
Well, I think Jessica Lynn Johnson is very good with people who are just starting out. She's kind, she's patient, all of that, and very sweet. And I would say, find yourself a good director that you feel really comfortable with and you jive with, and maybe you can bounce ideas. Because Wendy Hammers, who is my director now, we just have a ball. We get together and we laugh and we tell jokes, that should be put into the script. But if you have something in your life that you want to talk about, and everybody does, loss of a parent, senility, a wedding, a birthday, anything that was a big experience for you, start writing. And every day write. And it doesn't matter what you write. You could say, I broke my toe today, whatever. But just start writing. And there's a wonderful thing that happens when you're writing a lot. It's like a runner's high. You get like, you have to really be disciplined, but you should write every day. And then you'll have like a month to edit this thing. And
And
you'll have a show.
should you do that process before you get your director or
No,
after?
find your idea first. You don't even have to do that with Jessica, but um, find an idea, something that moved you or you want to do or you dream of. And then start with your director working on that. Wendy is a great director too. And she's funny, special relationship.
Yeah. And one more question. How long does it take you to put a show together?
Ugh,
You
this
personally?
one, the Being Richard Green one,
Yeah.
is taking me a while because of COVID, and my chops are a bit rusty because the studios were closed, and my neighbor didn't like me tap dancing, and
Shocker.
but the tap dancing my way to the Nut House took me about 2 years
Wow.
because that was very emotional, and it was difficult. It was a difficult show.
Wow. Of course.
This
Well,
one,
I thank you, but I want to ask also, do you like to get contacted on Facebook for people to make friends with you? Is that
oh
something you do?
sure,
And what is your
absolutely.
Facebook? What is your Facebook?
It is my
This,
privilege.
oh my God, this has been amazing. And I love you already. I'm in love with you and I'm
I love you
what you're
too.
doing. So you have a wonderful day. Stay
Thank you.
safe, stay healthy, and keep us laughing.
I'm trying.
You're
Thank you
doing a
for this
good.
opportunity.
Oh, thank
I had fun.
Thank you. Me too. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you soon.
Thank you.
Bye.
Okay.
Bye,